welcome to another episode of Ignite Your Power, the Kathy Mou Podcast. I'm your host, Kathy Mou, and I'm an empowerment coach teaching you tools so you can have and know how to heal your body, to take your power back, to make sure that you know all the knowledge out there, as much as I know, that, as I keep sharing that you find something that works for you in either your physical healing journey or in your mental, emotional, even spiritual journey of healing. And it is a journey, guys. And like I said in my last solo episode about, having the bean protocol and, getting my life together so I can heal my body holistically and not have these rashes that I have. You can't really, oh, right, yeah, you can see it right here. And then my eye, it's getting a little bit better. But guys, I just want to be a resource for you guys. And I love to learn, I love knowledge. And when you start empowering yourself, you do truly feel amazing. And you start wanting to be better. You start getting the inspiration and confidence to do the things that you thought you could have never done. And when you finally get your power back, I call it living the BS life, aka the bliss soft life, where you live your life in bliss, full of gratitude. Life is so much easier, even when you do have hardships. Life, you know how to navigate life. You literally know how to overcome it. And these tools are life-changing. People's stories are life-changing. And so, yeah, thank you for being here every week and getting me to the charts and all the listeners who reach out to literally tell me that they listen to an episode and they can resonate or it changed their lives. I had a high school friend reach out last week saying like, "Hey, I listened to your episode about like being English as your second language and how he actually spoke Spanish and he thought he was different and struggling too." And so we all have a lot more similarities than we think. And so today's episode is going to be about love, okay? Love is the most important thing that we all seek, that we all need, and even if you don't realize it, it's something that's what's missing in your life and that's what you keep chasing, right? Why does everybody talk about love and why it's so important? And let's talk about it and dissect that today. And since this episode is going to air the week before Valentine's Day, what perfect topic to talk about and to start thinking about it before Valentine's Day comes, right? And why do we have a designated day about love? And so I thought of this topic because yesterday I was in the car with my mom and we are discussing, or even today, we're discussing about how everybody is seeking love, and love is the most important thing in this life or in this human world that we're all seeking. Okay, so let's start off with what is love, right? Love is like this emotional aspect that we want from other people or that we want to receive, like this feeling, right? And so that's why people love watching movies of love and people love talking about love and being in a relationship. But what they're lacking also is feeling that love. And when you don't feel that love for yourself, that's where the problem comes in. And so even if somebody loves you so much, you don't have that love for yourself, you're never going to be able to receive that love. So that's why it all comes back to loving yourself first. Everything comes back in a full circle into yourself, working on yourself, truly loving yourself. Isn't that powerful? Isn't that crazy? So once you start empowering yourself, feeling confident, loving yourself, doing self-care, self-love practices every single day, will you receive love? So I have so much love in my daily life on a daily basis. Like I don't lack any love whatsoever. I have so much love from my friends and family and from all of my listeners and Yeah, I have love everywhere. It's because I portray that. I love myself so much. I love other people so much, and people can see that authentically. Like, I don't fake about loving another person. Like, I truly care for them. And that's another key piece that people lack, right? When you are finding love, right? That you are energy. So you attract what you put out. So if you don't love yourself, and you don't treat yourself well, people are going to give you that energy and treat you poorly because they're going to emulate the energy that you give out. So I love myself. I do daily practices of self-love, right? I look at myself in the mirror and I sound conceited sometimes. Yes, my husband's like, "Yeah, you sound conceited." I'm like, "No, that's not being conceited. It's because I love myself truly." Like, I made a baby. I like my body overcame so many surgeries. It overcame endometriosis. I gave birth and had a C-section to my daughter, and I still look bomb. Bomb, guys. Like, how can I not love my body and thank it and like truly look at it and be like, dude, after all that it's been through, I'm still looking good. And I still have the body even better than like before I was pregnant. Like, this is how much I love myself because I appreciate all the things that my body has been through. And I think a lot of us don't appreciate what our bodies have overcame or what our bodies have been doing to keep us alive. Like truly appreciating and being in that grateful gratitude mindset is so important. And so, right, when you love yourself, that's what you emulate. And I wanted to point out another thought that I had about love, though. This might be a little far-fetched, but please be open-minded when you do listen to my podcast. It's all about perspective. And so, if we are all God and we are all energy, and God emulates love, this is why I believe that all of us, every human being, wants love. And this is why I believe that this is the most important thing that we are all seeking, right? You want love and attention from strangers. Or I don't know, like the internet. That's what people are seeking now, right? Likes and love and likes or whatever, hearts. Like the heart is the biggest symbol in using social media. And so think about that, right? Everything is love. We're all seeking for love. So even when people are chasing money, they think money is going to bring them happiness. And once they reach that amount of money that they have, or like they're so wealthy and they're still not happy, and because they're lacking love, right? So I believe that everything comes back down to love. And how do you receive that love? You have to start loving yourself. And I'm going to keep repeating that because again, we're not trained to love ourselves. We're not learned to love ourselves, right? We're taught that, learned that silly, taught that if you love yourself so much, you're conceited and like negative connotation of like, oh, you're so selfish, etc. But it's like, no, I put my well-being first. I'm living for myself first. So of course I'm going to put myself first. Why would you put others before you? That's wild. And this is what we're taught. And no, it's not being like in an helpful way. It's being just living for yourself, for your own sanity, for your mental health. That's nothing crazy, right? So think about that. If everybody's seeking love and everything is love, we're a piece of God. This is what we're all seeking. And yet, right now, our world, our society, our lives are so in a negative connotation. Like whatever the news is portraying, the politics, all this negativity in this world, and then the LA fires and all these tragic, like all this stuff happening, and it's always in a negative connotation. But if we're all love, right? You see when natural disasters come about, people come together, communities come together, and you see that. It's because we all love each other deep down, even if people don't say it. People show it differently, right? And so we all love each other. And even if there's so much negativity or bad things going on, we always have to see the light at the end of the tunnel through love, through the vision of love. And I never really understood this type of vision or perception about love because, right, in movies and mass media, they show you like love is about loving another person, being in a relationship. It's like, no, love is loving yourself and loving others through truly, truly loving them. Like, no matter what their perception is about life, even if it's not the same views as you still understand it. Like, okay, everybody has their own perception of life, and this is why they chose to think a certain way or to do certain things a certain way. And so you just come it from that perspective of, okay, I still love you even though we don't mesh with the same beliefs or the same thoughts. And it's okay because just let them be and come from a loving space. And the more hate you spread, the more hate there will be. And that's not the point. I want to spread love, and we are all love. We're all capable of doing it, but we are taught at a young age to believe differently, to believe and like turn on each other for some reason. But instead, we should become one, all loving. And I see that. I feel that it has to be so bad, which it is, right? Like the world is so bad right now. It's crazy. It's so hectic and wild that in order for anything to truly change, it has to be so bad that people finally wake up and see it, and then the truth will come out, and then things will start shifting in the right direction. There will be a light at the end of the tunnel. And so I correlate this with my health, right? So I'm like, dude, I hate this rash. It's making me so itchy. It's driving me nuts. Like, please go away. And I feel like it's getting worse. But I'm like, dude, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And my body has been in fight and flight mode for so many years. Let us do its thing. It's gonna heal, but it's gonna get worse before it gets better. I keep telling myself that, and I totally believe that. And I totally believe that in the world right now too. And so I just keep looking at things in a loving light, in a loving way. And so that's what I want you guys to do too, to start loving yourself, even if you don't, agree with a lot of other people right now, or your perceptions is different and your thought process is different than one another. It's okay, you know? Stop talking to those people less and just like start working on yourself. And I want everybody to start loving themselves so then that they can spread that love. And once you start spreading that love, right, it's going to go through the next person and the next person's energy. Everything's energy. So if you're a positive light, and then you spread that positive light to somebody else, then they're going to spread it, and then it's going to help the collective raise its vibration. And the beautiful thing, though, is we are moving into a new earth. We are ascending into a better earth. So energies might be very strong and crazy and powerful. And it's crazy that January 25th is where all these planets align. Like, the energies are wild, guys, and this is, I truly believe in astrology, energy, um, all these things. And Chinese New Year's, Lunar New Year's is coming up, but actually this will air after Chinese New Year's. So again, the year of the zodiac, so it's gonna be snake, the year of the snake. It's the wooden snake. So if you believe in that too, right? It's supposed to be a prosperous year of like being able to get your dreams come true and to get the things that you desire, but you have to work towards it. But it also depends on what animal you were born in. So the year of the dragon, and so there are 12 animals if you are not familiar with the Chinese zodiac. But it depends what year you're born in and what animal, and then you can figure out what type of year you're gonna have. And so the year of the dragon is obviously the coolest. No, I'm just kidding. Um, but for me, it's supposed to be a good year. And I totally believe it. And I believe in all of that and, numbers and numerology. And I believe that again, adding on, I think I talked about numerology 2 episodes before this solo episode of like how this year for me it's a 8. So when you add up all of the birth date, the month, and then the actual year, so 2025, it comes out to 8. And so 8 is a very, very prosperous number. It's about fortune. In the Chinese culture, 8 means fa, which means fa, which equals fa, which is to be rich and have all like wealth and prosperity. So it's a very, very good number. It's a very good year for me. I feel it. And it all comes to all the hard work that I'm doing and being consistent. And it's funny because um I've been talking to so many people lately and I just keep getting signs that I'm on the right path of what I'm doing. And today I had a discussion with a podcast guest and he's like, you know, if you can choose, let me ask you a question. If you can choose, if you're able to level yourself up, what would you do? Would you take the stairs or would you press a button and go up the elevator, which will shoot you up to your goals? And I was like, what? That is so mind-blowing. I love that concept so much, and I wanted to share with you guys, even though this has nothing to do with love, but everything to do with mindset, though. I've been taking the stairs. I've been taking baby steps up and up and up, which both ways is going to get you there. But what do you truly want? What do you truly believe that you deserve? Right? And most of us believe we don't deserve it because we don't want to invest in ourselves. We don't believe that investing in ourselves is good enough, is a good enough factor because we don't truly believe in ourselves. And that was eye-opening for me. And I was like, wow, true. I see that. But again, money is just an avenue. It's just an avenue to get to where you want to be. It helps you. It's just a tool to get to the end goal. So again, he was talking about purpose driven, and I was like, dude, I am so purpose driven. I believe in my purpose. I believe in the mission that I'm doing and that I'm trying to teach. And that's why I keep showing up every week for you guys, putting out content, for being on this podcast. And, you know, this is totally purpose driven. And I love it so much. And I just want this for everybody. Like, I want everybody to live the life that you truly deserve. It's like this bliss feeling that I can't explain. Only you can experience this feeling, and only you can really understand what truly brings you this bliss feeling. And I didn't get to it until, you know, finally finding my purpose. And it all correlates with going back to loving yourself, guys. Finding out who you are truly. Like who you are. Like not what other people are telling you about like, oh, what makes you you. Like truly believing what you feel and have that feeling. Like, okay, yeah, I am. I am this person. So for me, right, I used to believe that the only person that I was just a daughter, a wife, a sister, and a mom. Like I kept putting my identity just to a label of somebody else. But what am I truly? Who am I truly? I'm a freaking podcaster. I'm changing people's lives. I'm kind. I'm so smart. Like, all these adjectives that I truly believe it. And before I used to say it, like I didn't believe it, but now I am. Like I'm this true amazing being. And doing things that light you up is gonna make you feel more confident. And I feel way, way more confident nowadays just eating healthier. Like I know it may sound so simple, but it makes me feel Like I have power. Like I'm not letting other factors get in the way. Like I'm not letting my cravings get to me. Even though I do still have cravings and I'll cave in a little bit, but for the most part, 90% is so good. Like I do so well and I'm proud of myself. When you do things like that to push yourself outside of the comfort zone to actually obtain the goals that you want, dude, you feel so much better. And I'm applying castor oil on every night on my liver and my thyroid. Like I'm doing all these things consistently that's making me feel so good and boosting my confidence. And when I'm boosting and I have that boosted confidence, I feel more me and more alive than I've ever felt in a long time. And so push yourself out of the comfort zone because then when you do accomplish those things outside of your comfort zone, it gives you more confidence. And then you keep going and going and you keep rising and rising. And then when you are so happy, you exude that love. You're able to love the world. You're able to understand other people. You're able to come from this loving space. And I truly, truly have created a loving, loving space. And I'm so lucky. I mean, it's a lot of work, guys. Okay, I'm not lucky in a sense where I worked hard to obtain the life that I want, right? I want so much love. That's all I surround myself with is love, loving, supportive people. Like my mom, I would have never thought in a million years would be so supportive, but she is one of my biggest supporter. I know everybody's like, "Oh, moms, of course always love you," but she is a type of person where she grew up in a very different time period, and she doesn't understand the online world, but she sees all the good that I'm trying to do, that she sees that part and she loves it. And it makes me want to tear up right now because I'm so lucky to have that love and support. And I want to do that and be that love and support for Jem. And without my mom, the love and support, I don't wouldn't be able to be as confident as I am. I even have my twin sister and my older sister who love me and keep supporting me in this. And like I have amazing friends and family who tell me to keep going and that there's something to this, even though I can't see it right now or see the bigger picture yet. But I know inside this is my calling and this is why I can give so much love and give love out. And this is why love is so, so important. And this felt good to get off my chest, even though this is kind of a little all over the place. But I really felt like this topic was meant to be because I was like, what am I going to talk about today? Like, what would the listeners really benefit from listening this week? And for some reason, I was called to talk about love. And I was like, wow, what should I talk about love? But love is everything, right? And even if you're not religious or not, but even in religions, right? Everybody talks about how God is love. And if we're all a piece of God, aren't we all love? This is why we all seek love. But yet we're taught to not love one another, to help one another, to not love ourselves. Just think about it. Why are we always going against what we're meant to be or we are? We are loving beings. We are these energy love beings. And if you've ever heard stories of like near death experiences, NDEs, I love listening to that. It helps ground me and helps make me realize like, oh my gosh, you could die at any second and you should really appreciate your life. So NDEs, all of them talk about how they all go to this place where they feel so much love. And it's because we come from that. So we seek that because we are love. So why are we not all portraying love? Why are we all not loving one another? Right? There's so much clash. There's so much negativity. It's because the mass media is portraying negativity and they're not letting us be who we really are. And we are love light beings. So really think about that, guys. Um, Happy Valentine's Day. Happy New Year's. Happy January 25. Like, dude, there's just so much things going on. I can't even with you. And I can't believe we're already going to be in February. Like, this time is going by fast. So please don't take your life for granted every day. And truly start living life. Stop taking life for granted because you do deserve the life that you want. And we are only here for a short period of time. Remember that. And we all have the power within us to obtain the life that we want. So go and do it. Who's stopping you? Yourself. So gain the confidence, gain the knowledge, gain all the resources that you need to become who you are. And I have a BBA paid subscription community if you're really struggling with this, or if you need a community of like-minded women of who want to empower you, who want you to ascend together, who it's a safe space for women to come together, to ascend, to talk about spirituality, to talk about health, ways to really uplift your whole entire world, your life, everything. And it's only $27 a month, guys. So if you want to invest in yourself, and this is not a huge investment, you should go do that. Or you can even do one-on-one coaching with me or other coaches and find the right one, right? Find the right fit. And if you don't want one-on-one coaching, dude, there's so many free resources. Go to my YouTube channel. There's a lot of good information there. Um, or go to YouTube itself to find certain things. There's podcasts that are free to listen to, read books. Like, there are ways, free ways to uplift and upgrade yourself. So, don't make excuses, just make it happen. And you'll thank me once you start doing it. And I truly, truly am changing my life just by taking action every single day, being consistent, doing the things that I need to do, and boom, making stuff happen, making my reality happen. And it feels so good. But that's what I wanted to share today. It's a short one, but I love you all. And please don't forget to go and ignite your power and live the BS life. I'll see you in my next episode.